Hey guys, Mono here, and this is a preview of a new update hitting Scriptum a few days from now on September 14th. This is Chapter 4, Watch on the Rhine, and it brings two new maps to the game, Foy and Haguenau, as well as a couple of new tanks, the Jagdtiger and the Chaffee. I got a chance to play the new maps in a preview event set up for streamers and content creators, so I'll show you guys some footage and give you my opinions on this update and Scriptum in general. While I mostly have positive things to say about this update, let's start with the most important aspect, which are the two new maps. So right off the bat, I gotta say both maps are pretty different, not only in terms of how they play, but also on their level of polish and visuals, which was extremely surprising to me. Haguenau looks significantly better than Foy. There's more detail, more texture work, and more importantly, it doesn't share the plentiful geometry issues that Foy has, which I will get to in a bit. I hate to say this, but if you were to play both maps without knowing they are part of the same update, you would think Foy was a much older map than Haguenau is. Yes, Foy is generally a much harder map to make because it is supposed to be this vast, mostly barren, snow-covered country area with not much going on in terms of cover, but that just makes the geometry errors that much worse. So here's a few examples of what I'm talking about. There are multiple areas around the map where the player model sinks into the terrain because the geometry and the textures don't line up correctly, and there are even some gaps and issues where you can see through the bottom of the map onto other areas. I didn't try shooting through the floor to see if it's possible to kill someone like this, but whether that's the case or not, it's still very disappointing to see these problems. In a single playthrough of the map, I must have run into 5 or 6 different areas where these glitches were present, and I do mean areas as in not just one polygon of terrain where this was going on, but rather multiple instances of this across a single terrain depression or a forest or a backyard. I didn't experience any of this while playing Haguenau, at least I didn't notice, which seems particularly strange given how much more complex that map is. It features several areas of bunkers and trenches, forests and cliffs overlooking a very large airport area with lots of buildings featuring a significant amount of interior detail that I don't think is very common in Scriptum. Now, this game has come a long way in the past few years, and I think Haguenau perfectly showcases this. Foy, on the other hand, is a bit of a disappointment. I still had fun playing both maps, maybe even liking Foy more because of a really crazy intense firefight we got into at the end, which you'll see soon enough. And, you know, as always, the effects and sounds in this game are on a league of their own. I don't think there's many games out there that come close to how good the explosions and the vehicles look here, though I do think Hella Loose is the better looking game overall due to the attention to detail and overall atmosphere of each map. I didn't get a chance to play around with the Jagdtiger or Chaffee during the event, so if you have and you're watching this video, then please leave some comments below on what are your thoughts about them. I've been warming up to Scriptum after initially dismissing it, given I don't really like dealing with stamina systems in general, and I prefer shooters that are slightly more on the arcadey side of the realism scale. However, over the course of more and more play sessions, I've come to appreciate what it brings to the table. It is by far a more fleshed out game in terms of weapon and vehicle variety than Hella Loose, which is my main point of comparison, and its slower pace often results in very intense firefights which demand more patience and thoughtful movement, while still having some really amazing action moments. The sounds and the effects help elevate the otherwise blander looking graphics to something truly unbelievable. I found myself very often surprised at how good specific things look, like when a tank fires around and the dust lifts up around it. It is really spectacular. Unfortunately, the game is facing a waning player base, which is unlucky because the devs are clearly extremely passionate about this project and it really shows. The recent revamp to the armor system brought that entire portion of the game on par with the best regarded tank games out there, featuring complex penetration mechanics and multiple types of ammunition, and the tutorials and redesigned UI elements help new players understand what's going on and eases them into the game much better than Hella Loose ever did. So if you want that more hardcore experience while also enjoying an insane amount of accurate and varied World War II scenarios, vehicles and weapons, then you shouldn't fear the small player base. Player bases come and go, and this update is a good moment to jump in and experience something new together with thousands of other people that are really into this type of game. This game definitely deserves more support than the slap in the face that we're used to from franchises like Battlefield, so you know, don't be afraid to jump in. Alright, I'll leave you guys with some Chapter 4 gameplay that I think you'll enjoy, and as always, thank you for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next one.
Hey, harass, be careful of this. I'm about to get a magnetic mine on.
Yeah, I'm running behind you.
I'm gonna watch. Oh, I saw you.
No, never mind.
Just start throwing
I
nades
just
as
see
soon
your
as he spawns.
disappear out the.
But there is a tank right now.
I'm at the pop base.
It's the last stand.
Have fun.
Run.
Fix
No,
bayonets.
that's the worst thing you can do. Just crawl.
Crawl away really fast.
Okay, I'm back with more rocks. Let's go.
Why can't they lose?
I'm running to that tank.
They're very close.
Four
Still
more.
southeast. They're very, very.
Yeah, they're pushing really
Are you
hard.
staying here?
I put a magnetic mine on the tank. On its engine. Did it blow up?
Watching the,
I think I got the tank.
they are watching the rally point.
Grenade him! Grenade him! Grenade him! They all jump.
Sure.
Greyhound flipped. Greyhound flipped right on our position.
I'm going for a mine here. Nice. You got. I think
we
you
got it. We got it. It's dead.
Yo, boys, we got lots of enemies coming in from the southeast already at the next point. Loads of them.
Snaz.
Pushing in from the
I got
southwest.
artillery.
But,
What the fuck just happened to us?
Oh, what?
We just
Bro,
got fucked.
What happened?
That was.
hold on, stay there. I'll get you up.
Running in again. They're making a second push. Get ready.
They're upstairs. They're upstairs. They're upstairs again.
Hey, take tight! Do you get an
They're smoking us
Let
out.
me check down the barrel of the machine gun to make sure
They're
it's
sitting
loaded.
at 150.
Oh god,
They're actually
Spawning
right
right
in our spawn right now. There's a guy shooting a
150,
Springfield
Roger.
sniper in our spawn. Some.
150. They're spawning on the hillside.
Roger.
Nice. We got the recon team basically.
Holy crap.
I'm going.
The fact that I gave him my 5 on
None of my bullets are making it out. Oh my god.
You're hitting the wood!
On my location to the north, we got guys inside our spawn.
Oh,
inside
man.
the FOP.
Outside the door!
Medic!
Little stuck here, Tara!
Thank you, sir.
I
FOBs.
Die immediately.
did. You guys stay down. Just good.
I got your heals. I got your heals.
Don't worry, I got you again.
Yeah.
I got you.
Thank you.
You're facing the enemy. They're spawning right over that fucking ridge line there.
Yeah, where's there?
They're spawning right there. Yep, there he is, running right to left. Toss your grenades. They're shooting
Good shit.
Oh my god! I just saw someone become 2 people.
Dear God.
I think that's the wind.
Back right! You're driving to back up to the right!
What the fuck?
Make sure he's dead.
I've got you heals.
Stay hydrated, guys.
shit.
Good idea.
That was insanity.
Dude, holy crap.
That was probably the best round of any game I've ever played. That was so fun.
Look at him go.
My frame rate is dying.
No, this was amazing. Let's just bottle this and